It was one of nature's worst massacres. When the tide, a cocoon of tens of thousands of bowhead bees. When walking to Wu Quing, it vibrates its wings simultaneously. This is not a science fiction movie to intimidate intruders. It's the ultimate battle that really happened. It's not dark effects. This master and apprentice forcibly uninvited guests breaking into the hive. The dreaded top killer. It's the wind. His body length can reach 5 centimeters. Asian bumblebee. And a pre-hydraulic crocodile, but has a stinger up to 6 millimeters long. This set, precision weapon, born to kill. Enough to terrify any wind. It only takes an hour. If he is allowed to slaughter at will, he can kill 1,000 bees mercilessly. However, that was not the true purpose of his visit. What he really gives, the thousands, deep in the hive. These larvae are ideal food for their young. In the eyes of the bumblebee, protein-free seal larvae. When he came to the entrance to the hive, a strong sense of oppression is coming. Thousands of bees immediately set off a ripple of high-frequency vibration, the threat of multiple small predators. But this set of rents is as follows. Bumblebees are almost useless. Fortunately, the narrow intersection of the hive is temporarily stuck. Lived his sturdy body. After the attack failed, this bumblebee is far more cunning than imagined. He instead left a special trail at the entrance to the hive. The chemical odor. It's like putting a death coordinate on the beehive. This air monument, once the signal spreads. All rhubarb, within 3 kilometers. Debut call. The wind will receive. And arrived at the scene within 30 minutes. That means real disaster is coming. The little bees know very well, hundreds of male bees, to cover up this deadly chemical signature. Immediately out of the nest. Odorous plant leaves. Look around, carefully applied to marked areas. This seemingly tiny insect attempt to disrupt enemy communication. They also know how to use foreign objects, destroy the enemy's communication system. It's still a step slow. However, unfortunately, despite their best efforts, tornado reinforcements arrive. The first batch of the real nightmare begins. Outside the hive, slaughter and fight. The little bee, own enemy, face-shaped shuwei. Bees are almost empty. Fight back. The bumblebee starts to stand. Clear the back of the stilly. Hand. A powerful evil is gnawing at the entrance to the hive. Not long after, it was torn apart little by little. Originally narrow passage. Once the last room is completely lost. Beyond the depths, queen bees and larvae, no resistance, will be reduced to a gluttonous iron feast for bumblebees. But it should come. There is no chance of winning alone. It's finally here. Now, failure to resist means the death of the entire colony. The swarm has been cornered. At this critical juncture, the highest level of Campbell thread unleashed by the queen bee, vulgar, this pungent chemical signal, like a silent charge horn. Fighting for hundreds of bees. First ignited the whole bee. They didn't attack blindly. Because of bees. Possessed ones swarm out of every corner of the hive. Fold needle. Can't pierce the tough exoskeleton of a bumblebee at all. Rather than futile, help to death, more brutal tactics. The alternative they chose: layer it thin. They pounced on the bumblebee desperately, at the same time, eventually forming a huge airtight seal ball, all participating in closed seals. Crazy vibration. Aircraft, starting at a very high frequency of 150 beats per second, although the heat produced by a single bee is negligible. But when hundreds of bees act simultaneously, will converge into a lethal amount of terrifying energy. This seemingly ordinary wind ball, it's actually an incredibly sophisticated biological weapon. Under hot slurry dipping, the temperature at the center of the sphere is rising. The sealed door will reduce the temperature. Precise control at 47 degrees Celsius, because it's 47 degrees centigrade, just exceeds the protein change in the bumblebee. Shaped condensation point. Why is it 47 degrees? Always suffocated it alive. And what's even more shocking is the limit temperature that the little bee can withstand. It's only 48 degrees centigrade. The difference between life and death is only 1 degree. It will also cost you your life. As long as the temperature is rising by 1 degree, these bees participating in the siege, they were able to, it is by virtue of this almost life-for-life tactic, protect the deep trend. Repel powerful invaders again and again. However, just as the bumblebees on the front lines were frustrated one after another, the real nest of bumblebees is suffering from another. And here's the worst news. Attacks by top lawyers. While the main force of bumblebees goes out hunting, boarded this, a crested bee eagle. Defend an empty castle. The hive is rich in protein. For bee infants, made larvae. Undoubtedly an irresistible meal. Closed dynasty and bird club. Ripped open the outer wall of the hive. Qing dynasty. The only remaining kung fu in the supergroup. Desperately launch a counterattack, but lost the support of the main force. Support their feeble offensive. For the seal sealed by the well fluid, hardly a threat. The bumblebee kingdom was eventually completely destroyed. Under attack after attack. However, deep in the ruins, the last hope is still hidden. She survived. A new bumblebee and a king. For social insects, even as the number of ethnic groups plummets, the existence of the queen, it means that the kingdom has not really perished. New ventilation. As long as the queen remains, soon after, new nest will be built up again. And a whole new bumblebee empire. There is no eternal winner. In nature, there is no real end. The end of the war. This is just the beginning of the next battle for survival.